A study by virologists at the Imperial College in London revealed that swimming pool water can inactivate COVID-19 in only 30 seconds. This is huge news, and it's so important that we get this information out there as quickly as possible. In this video, I'm going to share with you an article and a study that was published on swimming.org, and also some information from the CDC and also USA Swimming on how you can operate your pool safely, and if you're a swimmer, what you need to know about COVID-19 and the swimming pool. Let's get right into it. So this first article is on swimming.org. Full article is going to be linked down below in the description. And here we go. We're just going to skim through it. The findings, which have not been published in a peer-reviewed journal, suggest that the risk of transmission of COVID-19 in swimming pool water is incredibly low. And a study by virologists at the Imperial College in London revealed that swimming pool water can inactivate COVID-19 in only 30 seconds. That's less than half a minute, guys. Swimming England worked collaboratively with Baby Swimming Business Water Babies and the Royal Life Saving Society of the UK to commission this study and to provide context and materials for the research. This is a research study, and it looked at the effects of swimming pool water on the virus that causes COVID-19. And basically, they looked at the varying chlorine and pH levels and how it impacts. And basically, the virus does not survive. And the research established that 1.5 milligrams per liter of free chlorine with a pH between 7 and 7.2 reduced the infectivity of the virus by more than 1,000-fold in 30 seconds. So I think what that means in basic English is that the regular chlorine levels in a swimming pool can lower the level of infection by 1,000x in only 30 seconds. And additional testing of different free chlorine and pH ranges confirmed that chlorine in swimming pool water was more effective with a lower pH, which is in line with the current guidance for swimming pool operations. So this is great news, obviously. Here's a quote: "These findings suggest that the risk of transmission from swimming pool water is low and adds to the evidence that swimming pools can be safe and secure environments if appropriate measures are taken." And also goes on to say that the findings confirm the guidance we have issued to operators is correct and will give everyone returning to the water peace of mind that they are doing so safely. So again, this is big news, guys. Make sure you like this video and share it with anyone who needs to see this. And so we're gonna move over to the CDC, Center for Disease Control. And so they have some frequently asked questions. The first one here is, can the virus that causes COVID-19 spread to people through water in pools, hot tubs, or water playgrounds? And the CDC goes on to say that they're not aware of any scientific reports of the virus that causes COVID-19 to spread to people through pools, hot tubs, water playgrounds. Proper operation of public pools and hot tubs, any aquatic facility, and disinfection of the water through chlorine or bromine should inactivate the virus. And we saw that other study that proves that, 1,000x infection. And the virus mainly spreads through respiratory droplets from infected people landing on the mouths or noses of others, and that's how it becomes inhaled. And they say to slow the spread of the virus, some of this common sense stuff, but we keep repeating it: stay at home if you're infected or you might be infected. Stay at least 6 feet away, 2 meters away from anyone. Wear your mask, of course, wear your mask everywhere. Cover coughs and sneezes, and of course, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. So some simple ways, we've been hearing it a lot. It's always good to reinforce that. Wear your mask, wash your hands, keep your social distance. And then here's another one. Can the virus that causes COVID-19 spread to people through the water in saltwater pools? This is a little bit different. Saltwater pools, and again, the CDC says they're not aware of any scientific reports of the virus that causes COVID-19 spreading to people through the water in pools, including saltwater pools. And again, goes on to say that, proper safety precautions, social distancing, wash your hands, and all that good stuff. Here's a really important question. How many people can be in the pool or around a public pool in a safe way? And so the design of a public pool, hot tub, or water playground and the surrounding deck, if visitors live together or not, will affect how many people can stay 6 feet apart, right? So it really depends on who's going to the pool, if it's families or individuals, and what the social distancing protocol is. So we're actually gonna move to USA Swimming, and they actually produced a chart in how you can actually space different swimmers in the pool at different capacities, 25 yards, 50-meter pools. And we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that right now. Okay, so this first diagram that we're looking at by USA Swimming social distancing layout, it has a room for 18 swimmers in a 25-yard, 6-lane pool. Obviously, this will work for a 25-meter pool, but in the United States, we're using yards, so just bear with it. And what you can see here, these are the individual swimmers that are lined up in the pool, and you can see how they're keeping their social distance of 2 meters apart from each other. And you can see the orientation. So, there's 2 swimmers here. This looks like it's about 2 to 3 meters off of the wall, and you have a swimmer on the inside of the lane. And basically every lane has a swimmer hugging the lane, and then every other lane you have these other swimmers. I'm actually going to go ahead and put it in a blue box. So you can see these swimmers here are in every other lane, and then there's a swimmer in every single, oh, that's not a good box, every single lane. So this is a 25-yard configuration, and it'll allow you to have 18 swimmers. Now let's move to another pool configuration, and this one is 27 swimmers. So same 25-yard, 6-lane pool, and this orientation has a little bit more room in it, and basically you're putting 2 swimmers in every single lane, but you're gonna space them out at varying distances. So one swimmer might be 5 meters off the wall, while another swimmer is only 3 meters off the wall, and you alternate every other lane in order to do that. And if you do that on both sides of the pool with the 2 swimmers, and then you add a third further out away from the wall, that allows you to fit 27 swimmers. And that is in a 6-lane pool. So that's actually a pretty good pool capacity if you're training on a team or something like that. Obviously you can have 1 swimmer per lane. That'll only give you 6. If you have 1 swimmer per lane on opposite ends of the pool, that'll give you 12. If you get creative and you look at it from this perspective, you might be able to fit 18 or 27. And here's a 50-meter, 10-lane configuration. This is a beautiful Olympic-sized swimming pool. I know not a lot of them are out there, but if you do and you have a team, this is how you can fit 60 swimmers at any given moment. And when you have a 50-meter pool, if you think about it, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 swimmers spread out in the lane across the entire 50 meters. And if you just do the math on that, that's anywhere from 3 to 6 meters apart, and that's how you can fit 60 swimmers across a 50-lane swimming pool. So that's a lot. And I think we have one more configuration that I want to look at. Here it is. This is their USA Swimming's guidelines. Again, we're going to link this down below in the description. And when we look at this, it's a 25-yard pool, and this is the concept of how you actually enter the swimming pool, right? Because, how do you get so many people in the pool? You want to keep your social distance. Now, honestly, I would say this is a little bit of a confusing diagram, but what's basically happening is you can set up cones or something on the pool deck, and this is how you can keep the swimmer's distance. You can put stickers on the ground, you can do something like that. And really what you're trying to do is put that 6 feet or 2 meters between the swimmers at all times, and basically regulate how the swimmers are actually entering the water on a certain interval or a certain time, maintaining that social distance. So we're gonna make sure all of these resources are linked down below in the description, from swimming.org, that study that we mentioned, the CDC, we're also gonna link that, and also this USA Swimming Guideline, pretty interesting to take a look at. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure you give it a big like and subscribe to the channel for the latest swimming news. We normally talk about how to improve your performance and health both in and out of the water, but this video is really important to get out there. So make sure you share it with someone. Maybe it's a coach, maybe it's another swimmer who's curious about this kind of stuff. I hope you guys stay safe and healthy. I wish you the best, and happy swimming.